Hi, folks, and welcome to another 3Mark Financial Foreign National Cyber Chat. I'm Russ Katz with 3Mark Financial, and today I have the pleasure of talking to Fabian Gonzalez, National Vice President of Multicultural Markets over at Symetra, for a teaser on their high net worth foreign national program. Since Symetra's niche is in the high net worth foreign national space, that will be our area of focus today. Thank you, Fabian, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
No, absolutely. And thank you for putting this together. We have been talking for months about doing this, conversation, about what's going on in the foreign national market. And I'm glad that finally you find time in your travel schedule. I find time in my travel schedule. So you know what? I am ready for this conversation, and it's going to be very fun.
Absolutely, and I'm excited as well. And before we get started, folks, if you haven't already, check out our exclusive Foreign National Playbook located on our website, 3mark.com. In our playbook, you'll discover a wealth of resources ranging from general knowledge about the foreign national business to insights from our top carriers in the space, such as Symetra. Symetra does have a variety of materials out there at your disposal. So again, be sure to explore our playbook. And of course, if you have any questions or comments after watching today's session, please contact me or your sales contacts here at 3Mark. So with that, let's go ahead and dive right in. So Fabian, let's start. Can you share your background and how long you've been focused specifically in the foreign national business and the high net worth foreign national space?
Oh, absolutely. Well, for those who I don't have the pleasure to meet you, my name is Fabian Gonzalez. I have been with Symetra since 2019. Actually, I joined Symetra in February 2019. And basically, one of the reasons why I was hired is basically, to work with Symetra and put together, a high net worth foreign national program. So far, we are doing a good amount of business. Anyway, very excited, about the market. But about me, I was born in Argentina. And, I started actually in the insurance business when I was very young. I actually was 20 years old at that time in Buenos Aires, Argentina. That was exactly in 1989. I worked in the brokerage business. Basically, at some point in 1999, late 1999, beginning of 2000, I moved to the United States. And I have been working in the high net worth foreign national space, I would say, since that time. Initially in the international medical insurance, that's another very interesting market as well. Sometimes, very wealthy people that live around the globe, when they have, a medical condition, like a heart disease or cancer or many other things, they like to come to the United States, right, for medical treatment. We have one of the best medical treatment around the globe, and that is great as well. And also at the same time, I started getting into the life insurance. And then I basically decided, wow, the life insurance has so much opportunity, has so much to do, that basically, the last, I would say, 16 years, between 16 and 20 years, I have been more focused in the life insurance space.
Excellent. Thanks, Fabian. A wealth of knowledge right here with Fabian. And so, Fabian, tell me, how big is the market opportunity for high net worth foreign nationals?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, because unfortunately there is no any specific data or statistics about how big is the opportunity in this market. But in the United States, you're right, insurance companies, U.S. insurance-based carriers, right, has been allowing to qualify individuals to apply for life insurance for many years. So we can say that, the opportunity is a very good opportunity. We're looking about this market.
Okay, great. And why should producers be interested in this in the high net worth foreign national sector?
Yeah, when you live outside the United States, you cannot believe, how great is the United States, right? And when we take a look, about specifically the insurance market, the United States is the largest insurance market in the world, right? I am seeing more insurance companies, U.S., insurance companies entering this space, And in my opinion, this has been driven more by consumers looking for different type of insurance products, and also producers who actually has also been looking for a different type of life insurance products. So that's kind of like, the two things that I can say, solutions, for their customers. Sometimes, a company has, a very good product here, other companies maybe is very good in another type of product. But in general, the growth and why insurance companies are entering into the market has been driven by the producer looking for solutions for the client. And this means that this is a great opportunity for expansion, right? It's a room for, insurance companies to enter in this market and offer to, these customers, right? Alternatives and different solutions.
All right, great. And so you've touched on this a little bit. Why are wealthy foreign nationals looking for U.S. life insurance solutions, and what do those wealthy foreign nationals find attractive about the U.S.?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, and I want to try to be brief in this question because this is one of my fascination to talk about, why, foreign nationals attract to the United States, and also, looking for life insurance solution, right? And again, this is my personal opinion. I believe the wealthy foreign nationals find the U.S. attractive because there are different type of factor, and maybe I can say these are, in my opinion, the key factor, right? Number one, believe it or not, we have, a very politically stable country, right? Of course, always are challenges, right, between one side and the other one, but at the end, our country is politically stable when you take a look what's happening around the globe, right? Also, at the same time, we have a very strong financial system, right? Look at, what happened, over the multiple crises that has been around the world, right? United States always has recovered faster than anyone else, any other country. So that is very interesting because, having a very strong financial system, you can do a lot of things that you can know when you don't have those type of systems, right? Also, very, very interesting is that, the United States has a very strong legal system for property protection. And again, a great feature, right? That there are laws that basically are around, for protection and property protection at the same time, right? Also, when you take a look, the diversification opportunities for their wealth is enormous, right? Real estate, business, different type of financial products, different type of, savings account, checking accounts, brokerage account, and, we can continue talking about mutual fund investments, right? There are a lot of things. So basically, the opportunity for wealth diversification is significant, extraordinary. And also, because we have a very strong, system, right, legal system, there are a lot of favorable rules from transfers wealth, right? And that is also very important for wealthy individuals. And I think, other very interesting thing is we are seeing, privacy and confidentiality, in many parts of the world, but, United States has been leading, right? Privacy, confidentiality and things like that. So that is also very interesting, right? And in terms of life insurance, I always try to think that, think yourself as a millionaire, right? Someone who basically, has, significant amount of a network, right? A global network, right? Basically, I would say that wealthy foreign nationals, often they like to own assets in U.S. Currency for diversification, and also to own an asset outside of their own country, right? Life insurance is considered an asset class as well, right? So basically, that is one of the reasons why I believe they like life insurance solution. Other thing is that insurance companies sometimes in their home country, they maybe don't have access to high death benefit, right? They maybe are focused in, in a small face amount, lower death benefit limits. So that is another reason why, sometimes these individuals, they're looking, for 10, 20 or more death benefit. So basically, in our country, we can go, to high face amount, using, companies, capacity, and also their capacity in the reinsurance market as well, right? I think another reason, sometimes, in the United States, U.S. life insurance maybe could provide a very value proposition, for them, for this wealthy individual. And also, U.S. products tend to be, could be a more sophisticated product, right? Sometimes, when you look around the globe, they are, more like a, whole life products or term products, right? When we take a look, the spectrum, of products that, insurance companies put on the market, is significant, more than what you can find, in other countries and other jurisdictions, right? So that's kind of, I would say, in my opinion, are, the main reason. There are probably more, but, being working with producers who are working in this market for many, many years, they usually, when we have, conversation like the conversation they're having with you right now, they basically are coming, with this kind of same, scenarios that I just described.
All right, absolutely. Fabian, what makes Symetra unique in this space?
Oh, wow, that's a question that we maybe can stay here until midnight, because I love that question, okay? Because that is exactly the same question that I usually ask to insurance producers and, agencies, employees, they are doing business with us, say, why they like Symetra, right? And they usually say that, Symetra understands this market. And I really believe that is a fair statement. We understand this market from different perspectives, but the understanding of the market is deep. It's not like, we enter in the market and we figure out then, right? When we're doing things, we want to make sure that it makes sense for the customer, for the producer, for the company, right? Also, people said that it's easy doing business with Symetra. The Symetra guidelines about doing business in the foreign national market are clear. What you need to submit, what forms are needed, copy of, a specific documentation. And of course, sometimes case by case require, additional information, but in general, our guidelines are very clear for do business with us. Also, I would like to say, one of our biggest advantage is that we have been putting around dedicated resources to support the high net worth foreign national market and producers who work in this market, right? We have a dedicated underwriting team. I just came from a meeting that we did this week in our home office, and basically I had the opportunity to see, the entire underwriting team and share time with the underwriters who actually are focused on the high net worth foreign national market. And these people have significant expertise in the market. They have been, working in the past with other carriers. They have been also in the high net worth foreign national market. And when you put together, all the years of expertise, you have a significant amount of knowledge, from the underwriting in the high net worth foreign national market that make us, unique in that perspective, right? And also, I would say that, we are always, try to make sure that, that what we're doing is, allow them, to use our portfolio of products, right? When you take a look, some carriers, they say, well, we sell just this product to foreign national or this other product to foreign national. You come into Symetra and if your client is looking for a solution, our entire product portfolio with full underwriting, labs, and medical tests is available for the high net worth foreign national. So basically, we are not dictated, we have one solution or 2 or 3 products, right? In some ways, the other thing that people like Symetra is because we are always looking for ways to improve our product, right? When we enter in this space, basically, we said, okay, we want to focus at the beginning in this area. Then we want to expand to another market. They want to start expanding, to more agencies and producers. So again, we are always looking from ways to bring solutions for your customers. We always try to put, and we always doing customer first. And for us, the customers are basically the individuals who buy the policy, but also at the same time, organizations like you, our intermediary sales partners.
Excellent, excellent, Fabian. So you touched on a little bit about your underwriting guidelines. So tell us about Symetra's specific high net worth foreign national guidelines, and are there any unique nexus requirements that sets you apart from other carriers?
Yeah, no, that's very important, because sometimes people do the opposite, right? They find the customer and they try then to figure out, okay, what I need in order to, insure this potential customer, right? And basically, in order to apply to, our program, an eligible client must have, all of the following, right? We basically require that this individual must have a valid passport and a travel visa. In order to enter to the United States, mostly of the countries, they need to go to the U.S. Embassy in the home country and apply for a travel visa. There are, I think, approximately 50 countries around the globe that the United States do not require visas to enter to our country. So basically, if the United States do not require visas, we do not require those visas to the citizens of those jurisdictions, those countries, right? The second and very important things to keep in mind is this program is for high net worth individuals, okay? This is not a program for the middle market or even to the affluent market, right? We want high net worth individuals. And basically our program requires at least a minimum global net worth of $1 million or equivalent in US dollar, right? And also, we don't want people that wake up in the morning and say, oh, let me fly to the United States and buy life insurance, right? You probably, as a principal in an agency, you want to make sure that you know your customers, right? So basically, we like to work with producers that have customers and that customer has, kind of what I used to call a connection with the United States, right? A nexus to the United States, right? And in terms of nexus, I really believe that, we have multiple options, to satisfy the network requirement that is in our program. For example, if you have a potential customer and that potential customer own real estate, for example, right, or own a business in the United States, basically that satisfies, the U.S. nexus, the U.S. connection requirement, right? For example, individuals who have also immediately family residing in the United States, a brother or a kid or an immediately family member, right? Parents or the wife, the spouse, they can use that for connection, right? Also, our program allows individuals who have a bank account or a broker account, and that bank account or broker account must be active at least for 1 month. And we require that account has at least a minimum balance of 25,000, right? We also allow, as a connection, individuals who have a U.S. tax liability, right? There are some individuals that they also have U.S. tax liability, so they can use the U.S. tax liability for connection. And also, a lot of people travel very often to the United States, not just for vacations, right? But also there are a lot of people that they are coming from business, right? So if you have clients that have regular travel to the United States for business or for pleasure, right? They can use also that for connection. So again, a lot of flexibility, a lot of options in terms of connection. And we really think that, if you have a customer, for sure, your customer, he has a connection with the United States, for sure you can fit your customer with our Nexus requirements.
All right. And is premium financing allowed in the high net worth foreign national market?
Yes, we allow, premium finance. Basically, you need to make sure that, the individual, have all the requirements, to apply for life insurance with a premium finance, right? So yes, that is an opportunity. With the increase of the rates, right, that we are seeing recently, we are not seeing many, premium finance cases. But, they are individuals that they know how to leverage, premium finance, and could be a very attractive solution for them as well.
All right, excellent, excellent. And I know we covered quite a bit in this short period of time already. We're actually on the last question coming up. So here it is. If clients are high net worth foreign nationals, besides stated guidelines in regards to the process, how is it easier or more accommodating on the proposed insured? These people, are business owners, entrepreneurs, tech giants, and a lot of them are simply too busy to travel to the US or accepted territories for applications and exams.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's very important. I think it's probably that's the more important thing that everybody need to keep in mind, right? Let me start saying that in the United States, and I know that most of the people who are want to listen to this call, this recording conversation, they know this, but let me repeat it again just to make sure that we cover that, right? In the United States, the life insurance business, and actually the insurance business in general, right, is regulated at the state level, right? And the state law, requiring, a lot of things, right? One of those things that, when you have a client that live overseas, and has a connection to the United States, right? So basically, this state law requires that all aspects of the solicitation must take place in the United States, right, in the state of the solicitation, right, while the insured and policy owners, they are different, are legally and physically present in our country, in the United States, right? It's very interesting to keep in mind because basically, if you are a licensed agent in Texas, you cannot solicit business in Arizona, right? You maybe can get, an appointment also in the state of Arizona and conduct business there, right? So you cannot go with your license that allow you to solicit business in Florida, go to a foreign country, right, and start basically, having conversations, about life insurance. So it's very, very important to keep in mind that all the aspects of the solicitation must take place in the United States when the applicant or owner is there different and legally present. Also, keep in mind that the solicitation includes the entire process. Basically, include marketing, including, illustrations, include, the conversation of the need of what type of product, also include, the application and any additional form that is required by the state where the, the transaction is going to take place, right? And also remember that, our program, and I believe all of the programs they are in this market require full underwriting, which means that, the applicant, the insured, need to complete, the medical examination and also the text, right? Again, all these forms required by the state, any other additional form that is required for any specific case, right? It must be completed and signed by the applicant while it's in the United States, right? It's very important that, put exactly in the application the day that you are sitting in front of the customer and having the conversation. Because sometimes, agents are running from one appointment to another appointment and, they maybe collect, the key information needed and basically, take signatures and then, come back the next day to your office, to start working, with your case managers and, maybe they missing, the day, right, in one of the forms, and maybe, the case manager add the day that is missing, and maybe they put a day today, and maybe the customer today is no longer in the United States, right? Because, sometimes these wealthy people, they come in from business, they maybe be here for 2 or 3 days, right? They're going back to the home country, they may be coming, 2 months from now, and basically, if that happens, and if the information is not matching, unfortunately, we are going to require a new application to make sure that, all the dates they included in, in the forms are exactly the day when the applicant was here, right? So it's very important, keep in mind that because the last thing you want is, engaging with a customer, having a conversation, he takes the decision, to move forward, and then, the application is not in good order, and basically, you cannot move with the application anywhere. Also, very interesting that, keep in mind always that, everything in the United States, complete all the forms, take in front of your customer, look twice, to make sure that nothing is missing. And then when you go back to your, your producer, going back to your office, your case manager are going to see that, okay, this case is ready to be submitted, right? There's no any missing information or thing like that.
All right. Well, Fabian, a lot of valuable information. Thank you for all of that. As we start to wrap up, folks, you can see that there is a significant opportunity in the high net worth foreign national space. And we hope the information we discussed here today will help empower your life insurance business in the global market. Remember, if you have foreign national cases, high net worth foreign national cases, even if you're just starting out in the space, please contact us. We have the knowledge, expertise, and resources necessary to manage every aspect of your foreign national business, from carrier and product selection to underwriting and seamless case placement. Also, again, check out our foreign national playbook on 3mark.com. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or your sales contacts here at 3Mark. Fabian, I love the passion you have for what you do. Thanks again for your time, and thank you for your continued partnership.
No, absolutely. On behalf of all of us and Symetra, you are seeing all today here just Fabian, but we have an entire team, regional vice presidents, internal sales support, case manager, underwriting, people in our marketing area. Please allow me to say, on behalf of all of us at Symetra, thank you for the partnership, thank you for the business. We have a great year with your organization last year in the foreign national market, and also the domestic market as well, right? You guys did a lot of business with us, and we are very excited, for 2024. And in addition of the high net worth foreign national program, there are a lot of great things at Symetra, okay? Don't only think about Symetra in the high net worth foreign national space. We have a lot of good things in our company, and recently we have introduced more products to the market. We have basically promoting our Swiss platform, where individuals can buy life insurance, very easy and anytime. And we are seeing people during the Super Bowl actually buying life insurance, which is, very interesting. But again, it's a great time at Symetra, and we are looking forward to help your organization and your producers as much as we can. And again, thank you for the opportunity, and looking forward to continue this conversation. And if someone reached to you with any specific question, my number, your office is great. So let's talk, and let's go to the next step.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Fabian, and thanks, folks, again for watching.